What's up, guys? So I realized that being a filmmaker is very expensive, which is the reason why I'm a budget filmmaker. But which budget filmmaker? Or is it budget filmmaker? Oh! But anyway, this is a what's in my bag video because I know being a filmmaker is very expensive, so that's what this video is for. So the first thing in my camera bag is a Yongnuo LED light. I have about 2 of these. These run for about, I think, 40, 50 bucks, something like that. I think they're like 40, 45. But these, they're not the strongest, but they're pretty good. They light me very well. Even before I got the Sigma, which is known for having really good low light. But even before that, it lit me very well. And 2 of these is a great powerhouse to have. And for lights, this is very inexpensive. And because it's an LED, it doesn't really get too hot. It does get kind of warm. I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little warm, but not as bad as, you know, the older lights. I will say a big downside to these are the batteries that come with these. They're extremely big batteries, but I guess they're just not good. I guess this puts out so much energy, or the battery is just terrible, but either way, this does not stay charged long. So I eventually spent like 15 bucks on buying 2 cords for each one, but those were short. As you can see, this is just not long. If I try to film something from across the room, it's not doing it. The battery dies quick, so I just have to get extension cords and stuff like that, which is fine, I guess, but you know, that's what you get when you get budget, you know. But other than that, pretty good. The next thing in my camera bag is this. I forgot the name of it. I'll put it right here. But basically, this is a thing that you put on your tripod and it can hold your phone. So smartphones nowadays are so powerful and so good. So sometimes when I'm, you know, shooting a film, I need like a B camera, so I use my phone because I don't have 2 cameras at the moment. So, and I have the Google Pixel, which is good, shoots in 4K. It's a decent camera. It's pretty good. But yeah, this just keeps things locked in place. I can do it, you know, vertical or horizontal because this goes pretty high up, and you can turn it sideways if you so please. It's all plastic, but it's hard plastic, and unless you're gonna be throwing this around or like bending it or whatever, which I don't know why you would, please don't bend your stuff. But yeah, this is a good little tool. I got this for like 10 bucks, I think, and it's lasted me for just about a year. Going along with the last thing, the next thing on the list is my phone, my Google Pixel XL. It's the first one. I think I want to get the 3A next, or just the 3 XL. I like big phones. But this is pretty good for phones. It's like 4 years old now, but it's still pretty good. And I found that you can get this one app called Manual Camera. And what it does is allows you to control every option on your phone, the ISO, the shutter speed, and it's just a really great thing for you to be able to use. And it also looks cool, which is not important, but I like it. But yeah, it's really great what it allows you to do with your camera, with the recording and taking photos. So that's a great thing to have. And the next thing is my journal. I think it's really important to write down all your thoughts when you're writing or doing anything from day to day, because it's just a track record of what's in your mind. So if I'm ever writing a story and I have an idea about a character, I could just write down the character in here and I have it all down. I suggest getting one with like softer paper. I don't know why. I just kind of like the feel of it. When your hand strokes around, it feels nice. That sounds weird, but yeah. But yeah, it's a great thing to have. Or like if you're already on the shoot and you're realizing that your shots are kind of weird, it's great to write a shot list on paper because you're actually writing it down and taking the time to mentally think what you're gonna put on your scene. The next thing on this list is the Sony APS-C kit lens, the 16 to 50 millimeter, which is a zoom lens, and it's also a pancake lens, which I like, I guess. Kind of scares me because of how small it is, and I'm afraid I'll lose it, but I've also never lost anything, so I don't know why I have that irrational fear, but I digress. This isn't the sharpest lens, and obviously this comes with any APS-C camera that you get with Sony, but I will say it's really good for what it does, zooming in. And on a crop sensor, this is amazing. For one big reason, not a lot of people know that when you have a zoom lens on an APS-C camera, you get more zoom than on a full frame. because of that crop, it allows you to get closer with the subject. And the last small thing that I like about this lens is the fact that it has a smooth turning thing. A lot of lenses don't have that for some reason when I was like testing out to buy certain ones, and this is just, it's a small one, but you're not gonna miss the ring. A lot of people have that complaint, I guess, but I guess people just aren't the brightest. No offense. The next thing on the list is a portable battery charger, which is amazing for charging your phone, which I said I use my B camera a lot. But the also amazing thing that I do is charge the Sony batteries, which is known for being awful. Like, they'll last like 20-30 minutes and that's it. And that's pushing it sometimes when it gets hot. But this is great just to charge in your backpack when you're busy shooting. You can go to your backpack and grab your batteries and you're all good. Next thing is a thing that comes with every camera, any like lens, anything you get. But I've realized that certain people don't do this, but or use it. It's the cleaning bob that they give you with the solution. You gotta clean your lens and your camera. Like, there's a lot of dust. Like, there's even a lot of dust on my camera, and I still, you know, have trouble getting the little dividends and stuff like that. But this is very important and very essential. Also, your sensor. Your sensor is the biggest thing on your camera. Everything could be dusty, but the sensor you gotta clean. The next 4 things on my list are the things that I'm already using, which is the Mikey battery grip, which is essential. If you have an APS-C camera, like I said already before, those batteries are terrible. You need a battery grip. Also, great with portraits. It is annoying when you have like the small APS-C camera and like you have hands bigger than a 5-year-old and you're trying to like hold your hand like this and just feels like you're about to drop a feather. Having an extra grip is great. Plus that button, I honestly like the button on the battery grip more than the camera itself. I just like the way it clicks. Simple thing, but I like it. It is made of plastic, but it is really hard plastic and it's really durable. Annoying thing is there is a little like wire on the side of it, which is very annoying because if it starts to rain, that's it. But yeah, that's a minor problem. Next is the shotgun mic, which right now, say in the past like 3 videos, you've probably heard some interference, some like motors, which comes from the Sigma 30mm f1.4, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, that lens makes noise. I forgot to put it in my review of it because I just didn't hear it at the time. But yeah, that's making noise as we speak, and I try to bring down the background noise, which is kind of difficult. But yeah, this shotgun mic is really good. It was about like $75 when I got it. You might be able to get it cheaper, like $60 or something. I don't know. But it's pretty good. I wanted to get the Rode Micro because everyone on YouTube kept like suggesting it and everything. But as people that have an APS-C camera know, these don't come with an audio jack, which is very annoying. I think Sony purposely did it just so we can buy their shotgun mic. But it's a pretty good mic. Tell me guys if you enjoy the sound quality. I've never gotten any complaints about it, which is a good thing, I assume. Next thing is my favorite lens right now, the Sigma 30mm f1.4. But as I said, it does make noise. I'm sorry I didn't put that in the review again. But the lens is really good. It catches autofocus very well. And it's the newest thing that I added to my kit, and it's just, I'm just moving around like it's because it tracks. But I love it. It is very tight, which I love. I don't like big wide shots too much. I kind of like close and personal and condensed. And this just fits me so well. And then there's the camera. This is my first camera ever. I mean, technically it's this one, but I've never used it. I've never bought film before. I am gonna buy film soon because I do want to, you know, see how these are. But yeah, this is technically my first one. But first new digital camera is the Sony a6000, and this camera taught me a lot. There are a lot of downsides with this camera. This is the last Sony APS-C camera that didn't come with any log profiles, which kind of suck when color grading, because I like to bring back all of that color and restore it, so I kind of have to like mess around with the color when grading it. But I guess that's fine. But pretty soon I am going to be upgrading the camera. But for a camera, it's amazing. Biggest downsides, I will say, is the video record length. It only records for, I think, like 25 to 30 minutes, and then it stops. It stops right on T, which is so annoying when I'm filming things longer than that, like, you know, a film or a podcast or whatever. It's very annoying when you have to just keep turning it on and off, and it gets very annoying. Minor thing, but very annoying. And the second thing is the overheating. During the summer, this thing kept dying. Last year, I was filming a musical for the school that I used to go to, and it died twice. Like, it literally said it was too hot because it's such a small body and it's mostly metal, so it just couldn't handle all the heat of the bodies plus the heat from outside. So it couldn't handle any. It sounds like I'm ragging on my camera. I really do love it. I love the form factor of it. I love how small it is most of the time. I love the Sony colors that do come with it. That's why I don't mind too much about the color grading. I want log. I will get log. The second camera I'm gonna get, I'm saying this right now, it's gonna be the A7 II or A7S II. Probably the A7 II. Cheaper. Budget. Filmmaker. And the last thing is the backpack itself. It's a Go Groove backpack. And I'll say right now, if you're a filmmaker, you need a backpack. As a photographer, you might not need one, but you definitely need one if you're recording video. There are so many things I have. I used to fit it in the little, like, small bag they sometimes give you with the camera when you first buy it, and it just wasn't. I'd have to carry like 3 other bags, and this, like, fits so well. It has like a backpack sleeve right here, so many pockets, and just cool things about it. And it's also just a great form factor. It's weather resistant, and then heavy rain, it's not going to protect it, but it comes with a bag you can put over it, which is great. And it just has so many amazing features to it, and it also very light. A lot of other backpacks I tried on were just too heavy, but this one is amazing for me. So that's what's in my backpack. I would suggest all of these things because they are budget. The most expensive thing on this list is probably my camera, which was like I got it for maybe $600 when I got it, and it's gone down since then. And these are all things that won't break on you. They'll last for a while. And they give you pretty good quality for the price. But if you're gonna buy something, don't just take my word for it. Go out, test things out, and like see if it works for you. Because everything that I list works for me mostly. I didn't put my laptop in there because it doesn't work for me, and to get a new one. So it's just, when you go out in the world, make sure that you're looking for a form factor for you. You may not be a filmmaker like I am. You might want to shoot documentary style, so you're going to need just different things. But yeah, that's it. This starts to create. What's up, guys? So this all die before I actually see that I'll never be the person that I thought I'd be. These cameras don't come with